Hi, welcome to my channel, My Great Wall of Manga. I'm Amanda and I've been in love with manga for well over a decade. In fact, I even built a wall out of it. On this channel, I'll be pulling a series off the wall at random, and we'll go over a quick summary, introduce you to some of the main characters of the series, and I'll give you 5 reasons why you should read this manga. Okay, for this episode, we're going to be looking at the manga Liselotte and the Witch's Forest. This is by the writer and author Natsuki Takaya. And this is the same creator that made the series Fruit Basket. That's kind of cool, and the artwork is very similar. Okay, the story is about Liselotte, Alto, and Anna, and they are settling into their new home on the edge of a huge forest. Liselotte is a teenager. Alto and Anna are grade school age twins. The story starts showing Liselotte trying to start a garden, and she's hoeing in kind of the middle of nowhere, and she's trying to get used to her rural life. Anna is totally okay with that. She's just kind of going with the flow, and she isn't too worried about anything going on. Alto, her twin brother, on the other hand, is quite angry. He's definitely the most upset about their lifestyle change. The forest near where they live has a whole bunch of rumors about witches being in them, which Anna thinks is awesome. She loves reading about it and stuff. Her twin brother Alto, definitely not okay with it. He just wants to pretend that he didn't hear any stories about witches, and surely they don't really exist. Well, one day, while Liselotte is heading out to their garden plot, which is quite a bit away from the country house where they live, it's a bit down the road, and there's nobody that lives near them, and so it's a pretty isolated long walk to where the garden is. Anyhow, she encounters this strange woman dressed all in black that tries to give her apples. And when that doesn't work, the strange woman captures Liselotte in a shadow. It's a witch. A extremely strange traveler happens by and thankfully saves Liselotte from the shadow and gets rid of the witch. But when Liselotte goes to thank him, he collapses from hunger, and so she has to drag him all the way back. The traveler seems to know quite a bit about witches and a lot about the forest in general, and this kind of conjures up memories in Liselotte about somebody that she used to know that also used to know a lot about the forest and witches. Okay, now for the characters. First up is Liselotte. She's kind of a happy-go-lucky, gentle, understanding, optimistic, really dependable person. If you like the character Toru from Fruit Basket, Liselotte is very similar. Maybe not quite so gullible and slow to pick things up, but she has definitely the same cheerful disposition. Alto, on the other hand, is quite angry about their current situation and wants to just buckle down, hang in there until everything just goes back to the way it was. And I don't think he's really understood the idea that Liselotte has no intention of going back to the way things were. And so there's definitely a conflict there. Also, he wants to prove that he's, a dependable grown-up guy, even though he's like a grade schooler. And so he's constantly doing things to try to prove that he's the man of the house. And there's a bit of a conflict there too. Anna, his twin sister, is very much relaxed, kind of lazy, goes with the flow, just does whatever is the easiest. She doesn't stress about anything. If you like the main character from Tanaka-kun is always listless, she is very much like that. And last up is Engetsu. Very peaceful, very simple, loves eating, and he's almost like a cat. When he says he's hungry, he will start munching on whatever it is, even if it's somebody's hair. If he says he's sleepy, he'll just fall over and go to sleep. That's the way it is. And he's a bit like Anna. He doesn't stress about things too much. He just kind of does what he's gonna do and, doesn't really worry about much of anything else. Okay, now 5 reasons why you should read Liselotte and the Witch's Forest. Well, for one thing, it's from the same creator as Fruit Baskets, so there is a lot of similarities. Well, like Liselotte's character is very similar to Toro from Fruits Basket. The character designs are super similar. Like, I didn't even notice who the author was when I got this manga, but as I was reading it's like, wow, this artwork is a lot like Fruit Basket. Who wrote this? And it ends up it's the same artist and writer. So, yeah, if you're a fan of Fruit Basket, you should probably pick this one up. Number 2, it has an interesting story with witches which is kind of unusual nowadays, that are actually the bad guy. They're evil, and they're legitimately creepy. So that is actually a nice twist for modern time. Witches are kind of seen as like these cute, bubbly, magic girl type characters. But these witches are definitely like these creepy, magical specters. And so that is kind of an interesting element. Number 3, there's quite a bit of mystery in this story. I mean, like, there's a mystery of, what was Liselotte, Alto, and Anna's original home like? Why did they come out to the middle of nowhere? Why is Alto so upset about their current state? Where did Engetsu come from? I mean, there is just so many questions, and it kind of gives teases and little hints of what could be going on, but it doesn't actually say, what happened. And so there's a lot of really good mystery in this. Number 4, it's definitely a whimsical, slow read. If you like just country settings, relaxed atmosphere, and just really likable, low-key characters, this is definitely a manga for you. If you liked Flying Witch, then this has a lot of the same mood and themes. So, yeah, you should definitely pick it up if you like that kind of manga. And number 5, like I said, if you like Fruit Baskets, Flying Witch, or Natsume Yujincho, you're probably going to like this, because it has a lot of those themes that you would find in all 3 of those manga. Like, the same kind of characters as Fruit Basket, the same kind of setting as Flying Witch, and the same kind of creepy, hidden in the shadows folk tales as Natsume Yujincho. Okay, that's it for my review of Liselotte and the Witch's Forest. Thank you for visiting my channel, My Great Wall of Manga. If you're interested in anime too, please visit my website, animehanabi.com.